Oddball Show features content intended for mature audiences. If you'd like to view a content warning before listening, please check out the episode description. The views put forth by our hosts and our guest reflect the speaker's opinions and not the official stance of Oddball Foundation. Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoy the show.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Wright, editor of Oddball magazine, and happy to be here again with another week that was. Another week looking back at Oddball magazine. This week we're very up to date, so it's actually like Monday, which was my birthday. So that's not where we're gonna start, but we start on the day that was my birthday, which is April 7th. Anyway, with me as always, I have my two co-hosts. First is Chad Parento, associate editor of Oddball magazine. Welcome.
Hello. Today we go back to the birth of Jason Wright.
Oh God.
And the famous quotes from the delivery room. You did this to me, you bastard. Why? Why?
Exactly.
And so on and so forth. Oh wait, that was my delivery room. Anyway.
You did this to me. And also with me always I have writer in residence Timothy Gager.
Hi everybody. I'm looking forward to the 3 days that was. It's the 3 days that was and the 3 days post Jason's birthday. So
the week that wasn't ended. That's what this is.
Always with me. I mean, I wasn't always with you. I was like a very rare spot performance, and now that's the Jason moment. Now I am always with you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're always with me, like in spirit. Yeah. So yeah, it's because
I'm getting a private.
We actually all got together on. We actually all got together on Saturday, and we did the week that was. And
because the weekend ended, but now we're here tonight.
Afternoon.
And the week is not ended yet.
So
we have a lot of fun with like week banter.
I love week banter.
The week that was, the day that was, and then when we had that long break, it was kind of like the 6 months that was.
Yeah, the 6 months. The last episode before we got back into the week that was the Super Bowl.
A while ago, that was.
The while ago was Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, and I mean, so that was 6 months ago.
Memories like the corners of our mind of the week that was.
That sounds better. Chad, what's going on with you? How's your week going?
I'm still sick, but I'm hoping to be better so I can go see my mom for her birthday. She just had her birthday today.
Shout out to the
for her
April
birthday.
Baby.
She treated herself to a cortisone shot, her first ever.
Oh, nice. Was it
made? Those cortisone shots are worth their weight in gold. I've had one of those. Those are great.
I got a
cortisone. What did you get one for?
My back.
Oh,
yeah.
How long ago?
Long time ago.
That's
why I only had one. I only needed it once. Cortisone.
That's lucky you. My mom's hoping for once, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But best present she's given herself in a while.
I mean, my last birthday, I had a cake with a creamy cream cheese cortisone icing.
Oh, I gotta tell you, my daughter made my cake.
Aww.
And she's 3. It must have been a beauty.
2.5. 2.5. But yeah, she made it. It was awesome. It was
and now you have 3 flus because kids are germ farms, but
kids are.
It'll be worth it.
That is definitely true.
Thank you, my little outbreak monkey.
It was so nice.
She 28 days later. All right, Tim, how you doing?
I'm doing really good.
What's going on with you, buddy?
Well, Oddball Foundation produces the Two Deans podcast, which is going great. It's hilarious dating disaster stories. So loving it, and thank you, Oddball and Jason, for producing it. And
Yeah.
I have a poetry reading tomorrow night in Jamaica Plain. I've got a book launch in Waltham for my novel May the 10th, and I'm trying to fit the rest of my life in all around that.
That's great.
The rest
That's
of
Friday.
our
That's Friday.
Yes, well, it would be tomorrow, but if you get this podcast produced in a couple of days, it will be yesterday.
Yeah, it'll be past. It'll be past tense.
So please, the reading's going to be yesterday, so please come.
Yep.
It's yesterday once more.
Go back in time and warn Tim not to do the dog jokes all throughout the podcast, like he kept on threatening to.
I'm going back through time to be like, if only I knew the market was going to crash.
Who knew?
God.
Who knew it was going to happen?
Who knew? Insider trader.
Who knew that Trump's was going to vacate his no backsies rule? No backsies, no backsies. Then all of a sudden, I'm the best backsies. Anytime I say backsies, it goes.
Best backsies, great backsies.
His loyal followers were kind of like, "Oh, the tariffs are great. The tariffs are great. They're great." And then he puts the tariffs on hold. "Oh, it's great. The tariffs are on hold." And then he wipes his ass. "Oh, it's great. He wiped his ass. Oh, everything's great."
I think there's so many people with their head up his ass. I don't think Trump's had to wipe it for at least a decade.
I don't think anyone would actually poo-poo that idea.
Or poop that idea.
I'm glad you finished that for me.
Good night, everyone.
So let's get back into it. We're gonna do the week that was. It's gonna be a short episode
because the week's not done yet. We'll have to go in forward in time. We'll have to do a time loop to figure out.
Well, by the time the podcast shows up, there'll be more. By the time the podcast shows up, there'll be more to the week.
Yeah, but we won't be able to talk about it.
This is the Oddball Time Machine show. Time Machine.
Finish him. All right. So the first we're going back to Monday. Wait a minute.
All the way back to Monday. Holy cow.
Yeah, we're going back to Monday, and we got a great artwork and poem.
The tariffs were doing
I actually
great.
respect a lot, Luis Lazaro Tajarina.
Very good on the Tajarina.
Thank you.
Hey, Tajarina.
All right, I'll read this.
You
one.
should all be ashamed of yourselves for laughing at that joke.
I didn't.
That was so low hanging. Emerson could have picked that apple. Emerson could have picked that fruit. That was so hanging.
All right.
Okay.
Poem by Luis Lazaro Tajarina.
Tim, do you want to recite this one? I'll get my non-coughing.
All right, I'll recite it. Only if you can have the Macarena backbeat going, All right. My life amongst birch trees. I will meet you under the white birch tree. There we will talk of our homelands, wherever they may be, amidst the wind and snowdrifts of March. You understand that I have come here alone. I have brought only myself, the single birch tree, teaching me how one can live, splendidly alone and dying bravely alone, among the lesser trees which never knew I existed. Not that I cared at all, among the shivering golden boughs of leaves, caressing my sleeve. I sigh quietly as springtime encounters the unforeseen, the disquieting signed executive orders, which will kill millions who will never again see a stand of birch in October blazing yellow amongst the other trees, when their leaves begin to rustle with pigments of gold, rusted browns, and reds floating into the etched skyline. I am not a boy swinging on the birch's limb, but an old man thinking on how, as a boy, I once made a bow out of birch, splitting the log, scraping off the sap, honing it down to a fineness, then aiming the arrow with precision beyond the horizons of ageless youth and sorrow.
That's excellent.
I enjoyed the line. Actually, I enjoyed the line breaks. The line breaks are strong.
Very nice. I'll be resident reader right here. Luis Lazaro Tajarina was born in Salina, Kansas.
Go ahead.
Mr. Tajarina has a Master of Art degree in history, concentration being military history and diplomacy. He's a published author of military theory, short stories, essays, and poetry. Mr. Tyrena resides in Kansas. All right. And then, oh, I hear it. I hear it coming. Someone put the macaroni on. She Who Laughs Last. More park board stories. This one's in depth. So, Chad, you take this one.
Oh, you're too kind, sir. You're too kind.
Too kind.
Basically, it's a continuation of sorts from her February 24th strip, which if you click on the top of the page, you'll be able to see that, in which it was a big deal because she's not on the board, but she goes to board meetings regarding the park, and I guess they're putting in a dog park in the park, and it looks like basically TLDR. It looks like the park is actually going to pass. So it's basically this is local politics, which is why you should stay involved. You should stay involved in local politics because not only are those where the nut jobs go to try and get office and political power, they're also the places where you can hopefully avoid things like this, like a Wonderland theme park and a lovely Cincinnati park, and hopefully. And this isn't the end of this. I think she's got to continue to chronicle this whole park story on and off throughout the rest of the park's construction to see what's going on. I don't know if she'll attend the park, but we'll see. I might ask her to.
All right.
And
is there anything you want to point out on this one?
I see the park board people.
Yep.
I see park board people.
Pack the board in a dog park.
Oh, God.
The Ohio River has crested. California woods is closed due to water in the road, probably through Saturday.
I think
meeting adjourns.
We just
so basically that's a great ending because basically an act of God stopped the meeting in the park from progressing.
Right.
Did the park wash away?
Did the what?
The actual park wash away.
No, so the park is still there. It's a lot wetter now.
Because that's a great happy ending. The park has been saved, but no one can live there anymore because their house is washed away. It's very happy ending.
We'll see if there's storms that come up.
All right. Ann Scove lives in her hometown of Cincinnati. Her comics first appeared in local street paper Street Vibes in Article 25. She's a frequent contributor to Funny Times and Belt magazine, both based in Northern Ohio. She considers having her comics up on your refrigerator door to be the highest form of praise. Reading them while you're on the can is an acceptable close second.
Dun, dun.
So if you've got a refrigerator in your bathroom, you can do both.
Which isn't the worst idea.
That's actually a good idea. But only if you live alone. If you don't, you got a lot of splendid little Lucy.
Chad, we have another Richard
Spisak cartoon,
Spisak
yes.
artwork, but an essay by Grady Van Wright,
who's returning and might be forcing himself to be a regular. He refuses to stop sending us stuff, but and I know I have something that we can probably print for next Monday as well.
Did you tell him to stop sending stuff? Because is he actually refused? So, but he's refused. So he's not really refusing to send.
He just doesn't want to take a break. But then again, it's not like he's lost for material.
Yeah.
And then there's Wall Street. The air doesn't move anymore. It sits heavy, thick with fear. In homes across the country, grocery trips feel like small raids. Men and women staring at price tags as if deciphering codes in a war they didn't enlist in. A bag of apples cost more than dinner used to. Gas makes you think twice before taking the long way home. You don't plan vacations. You plan survival. The panic doesn't shout. It hums. Quietly, like the sound a wire makes before it snaps. In the Midwest, where the dirt is honest and the people are plainer than the suits who ruin their lives, farmers stand in fields of wasted hope. The soil rots. The corn stiffens in silence. They don't burn their crops. Fire is merciful. They let them rot, slow as regret. And more can be read from the essay, And Then There's Wall Street, from Grady Van Wright.
Awesome.
Tell him the bio, Jason.
Okay. Grady Van Wright is a poet, author, and playwright whose work blends introspection, independence, and the surreal edges of the human condition. Based in Houston, Texas, he has been writing and reading poetry for over 25 years, drawing inspiration from a lifetime of experiences and historical fascinations. His work has been published in Washington Square Review, the McNeese Review, and numerous online literary journals. With a distinctive voice that merges stream of consciousness with moderate surrealism, Grady continues to craft evocative narratives that challenge perception and invite contemplation. Richard Spizak began his artistic career as a light artist.
Spizak, just to hate to correct you, but I said his name wrong for like 5 months before he finally corrected. Spizak, yeah.
Sure, we want to read his bio, because like last week we read his bio when we went totally off the rails.
I mean,
let's try it again.
Richard Spizak began his artistic career as a light artist in the Lumonic studio of Mel Tanner, a legendary light artist. After serving under Jack Horkheimer, did I get that one right there, Chad?
I think so.
As a planetarium operator at the Miami Space Transit Planetarium, he left to begin traveling with Loomis Kenvin Lyman. Hey, Chad, did I get Kenvin's right? Who showed Dazzleland Studios traveled across
I don't know.
America.
He doesn't come to my Stone Soup reading, so I haven't been shamed. I haven't been slut shamed after 4 months of saying the wrong name.
At Laser Productions. Kenvin Lyman, who showed Dazzleman. All right, there's a typo. His name's not Kenvin, is it? Is that real? Kenvin. Oh man, if his name is Kenvin, I'm gonna feel really bad.
Kenvin. I think it is.
Oh geez, I'm a jack off here. Kenvin Lyman, who showed Dazzleland Studios, traveled across America. Richard later worked as a laserist with Laserium and Laser Productions. Served as a technical producer for the festival company Pace Concerts, and later as operations manager and senior producer at WWHP and WTCN TV in Stuart, Florida. Richard writes for theater, TV, radio, and the web. Published 2 short story collections, 2 small windows and a pair of mirror doors in between the silences, followed by his poetry collection, 7370 Allen Drive, and the recently released Stone Poetry. Richard also produces Poets of the East, a televised webcast featuring poets from across the globe.
Wait, Poets of the East across the globe? Why isn't it Poets of the Globe?
He lives in a certain part of the globe, I guess.
So everything is east of him.
Well, we all live in a certain part of the globe. There, Chad.
Okay. Yeah, I like
Alex Soriano, huh?
Woohoo!
Oddball Comic Spotlight with Alex Soriano.
All right.
I look at things differently as I leap.
An observant frog's log. The frog shows that he is a thinker, an observer, and also kind of a dick, because he has to be that decorative.
Fucking dick.
No, fucking dick.
There we go.
Alex Soriano has published cartoons in the Vashon Loop and the Vashon Riptide. He also has made other small publications. He grew up a fan of Calvin Hobbes and The Far Side.
Nice. Now, I'm going to start a literary journal, which is called the journal's going to be called In Many Other Journals. So we'll get a lot of credits. He's published.
Nice.
And
above all, the cartoonist is not a dick. I saw this old film, this old like little short comedy short that someone did called Henchmen. It's interviewing henchmen for supervillains, and the villain who employs henchmen, he's basically riffing a Dr. Evil voice. But he goes, I do want to take over the world, but I'm not the criminal mastermind. I have to say that because I don't want people to think I'm a dick. And I am not a dick. I do want to take over the world one day, but I am not a mastermind because I'm not a dick. But anyway, we have.
Sounds a lot like your Donald Trump impression.
That's what? Crazy. Say that again.
It sounds like your Donald Trump impression.
Okay,
is
so
bad.
maybe I'm typecasting myself, fuckface. Just read the fucking piece.
It's bad that Donald Trump has a villain voice that we're
I like the on this poem.
$1 million.
It looks like very dark Muppets.
Yeah. Okay, who wants to read the poem? It's short. Jason, go. Yeah.
You want me to
No,
read
wait,
another one? All right.
I can do this one.
No, go
All
ahead.
right, it's short.
I'll do this one because I'm not a dick. Okay.
I'm not a dick.
Dick, not a dick. Welcome to the show called Dick, Not a Dick. We have 3 votes.
Dick, not a dick.
Elegy
Dickless.
by A.G. Davis. What happened between here and there can't be demonstrated. Besides, I am addled and languidly pulsing amidst cards scanned in great detail. They were plagiarized as a deterrent, or for a molded collection of worms to signal members of a certain flesh swimming fondly in burnt rubber caskets.
Born in Lubbock, Texas in 1984, A.G. Davis is a sound poet. Is he a sound poet or a sound poet? Which do you
Sound
think?
poet.
Okay, he's a sound poet, author, performance artist, and composer who resides in Jacksonville, Florida. Davis began his career as a Division I football recruit, having attended West Point for a brief period of time. After dropping out, he earned his degree in English literature at the University of Florida in 2006. He has written 4 books of highly experimental poetry, his most recent being published in 2023 through Monocle Lash Anti-Press. Should I keep going for Thomas?
Sure.
Yeah. Go for
Thomas-
You're doing so well.
Oh, this is
Tom.
it's a first person bio. Thomas Riesner. I was born in Leipzig, Germany in 1971, and I still live here today. Already in elementary school, I often painted abstract instead of the given concrete drawing. I later retained the style or changed to the abstract figuration. I painted a lot at home, always without professional guidance. I didn't have any specific role models. When I start a picture, I only have a certain idea, but often something completely different emerges. I would describe myself as an outsider art artist.
Well, I want to press the fact that, despite the oration from Tim Gager, Thomas Reisner is a valued member of
Is this a
Oddball's team,
disclaimer?
and also not a dick.
I
Which
didn't.
is what
You know what?
Tim makes him sound like.
I didn't say
It made him
wasn't
sound
a
kinda
valued.
dickish.
None of my recitation pointed to that I didn't find him a valued member of the Oddball Society here.
You made him sound quite.
No, I was
It
reading.
was eye opening.
It was ay.
It was eye. It was
Yeah, it was I
it
open.
was eye. Oh yeah.
I mean, I just got some. I just had the 2 weird bios to read. That's all I have to say.
Speaking of not a dick.
Not a dick.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, Jason. It's time for you to read. No, okay. Sorry. I'll get back to my point later. I'll get back to my not a dick point later. You can read first.
Yeah. PPB, Jagged Thought, 563. 45 years under my belt. Fell a while, a long time. Thinking of how it felt to be a zine machine, Stone Temple piloted, broken in a zone, my eyes dilated, writing poetry because that's where my freedom lies. Time left for one last surprise. Skies smile like a rolling tide. I wander with a sense of pride, feel like an autographed bat signed by an aristocrat, drove over the line and can't come back. Wondering what a heart attack feels like. How do I know what that pain is? Because my heart aches when I think of time lost. Paw Patrol Band-Aids.
Cool.
So the story behind that one.
Actually, can you read your bio and switch it to first person since you're reading your bio?
Yeah, right. Yeah. I am the editor and founder of Oddball Magazine. My column appears weekly. This is my 3rd book, Train of Thought 2. Almost now at Oddball Bookstore, which I created. All right.
Thoughts by me.
By me. So, so I'm supposed to get Paw Patrol Band-Aids from my daughter, and I put it in the same note as the poem I wrote it in. So that's called Paw Patrol Band-Aids.
That's highly experimental.
Not really.
It's cool. Was this one of the two? You said you wrote 2 poems this week. Is this one of the 2?
This was the one I wrote on. I wrote this on Monday or Tuesday. And I've been writing a bunch lately. I wrote like a bunch of poems this week.
You sent me 2 on Wednesday and Thursday.
I've been sending them to Chad. So
yes.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. This guy, Jason, you need to change your picture, buddy. You need a picture. Change it up. Change it up. Change it up. I lost that hat in a psych ward. I haven't had that hat for 6 years. How long has that picture been up for?
6 years.
Yeah. 5 years? Oh, 4 years?
Longer than that, I think.
Here at Oddball Magazine, we do math. Math is good.
Numbers are good. Trump's tariffs work. We had to.
I lost my hat 6 years ago, which means that it was 6 years ago.
Which means we blame China for loss of hat, and we put tariffs on new hats.
China?
220% tariffs on hats with the number 3 on them.
Yeah.
So can I read Alan Lake's poem because I like stars and ukuleles?
Okay.
Sure. I wonder if that's related to the poem.
It's in the poem.
I was trying to give something for the listener.
Hold on. I guess I just blew the surprise.
Yeah.
Midnight Sun.
If you're just tuning in, okay. Go ahead.
1 star, not far. Let's picnic. I'll play the ukulele. Sky hole, South Pole. Let's fry duck eggs. Kindle desire. Slip down cold ground. Let's embrace under the sun. Summer won't last. Loving that one.
Midnight sun, 1 star, not far. Let's picnic. I'll play ukulele. Sky hole, South Pole. Let's fry duck eggs. Kindle desire. Slip down cold ground. Embrace under the sun. Summer won't last.
Are we doing different interpretations of it?
Yeah, that was Donald Trump reading it. Terrible. Terrible.
Terrible. Alan Lake is a migrant poet from all over Canada who now lives in all over Australia. Coincidence.
What?
He has published poems in 20 countries. His latest chapbook of poems, entitled My Photo of Sicily, was published by Ginninderra Press. It contains no photos, only poems.
Irony.
How'd you suddenly get Marlon Brando at the end there, Tim?
Yeah, right.
He was published in 20. He was published in 20 countries, and in 19 of those, he is not. In 19 of those states, he is not wanted.
He is a migrant poet from all over Canada who now lives in all over Australia. Coincidence? Fuck you. He's published poems. Bill Wallach. All right. I won't read this as Marlon Brando. Bill Wallach is a poet, collage artist, and photographer who has published his 18th book of poetry entitled All the World's Unfinished Kisses with Ecstasis editions.
Ecstasis, I think.
Ecstasis editions. Okay. His collages and photographs have appeared recently in the 2024 Dirty Show in Detroit. That's within a year. That's recent. And the 2024 Rochester Erotic Arts Festival and the 2020 International Festival of Erotic Arts in Chile. The 2020 Seattle Erotic Arts Festival and the 1918 Montreal Erotic Arts Festival. And Naked in New Hope in 2018. I don't know if that one's erotic, if it's Naked in New Hope.
Sounds like a Star Wars crossover.
Naked in New Hope. I mean, it sounds like
Empire
something.
Strikes Back.
It's my life, Naked in No Hope. He was featured artist in the book Best of Erotica Art. Wow, I think that's in any one given bio. That's the most times the word erotic and art have ever appeared. So it's another oddball clincher.
Yeah, it might be.
Not only do we read and comment on the poems, we rip the fuck out of your bios. And
Well, some of us do.
it's just my addiction.
Jason, if you ever wondered why I keep our bios on Oddball to 2 to 4 sentences tops, this is why.
I've seen some that remember you know the one that's like
I said our, so we stay safe.
Oh, me and you? Oh, gotcha.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to. I mean,
Everyone else is fair game.
Yeah,
So fine. I will enter a 12-step bio reading addiction program.
Now stare very
right
closely
after
at Bill
this.
Wallach's painting and see if you see anything erotic. I
Oh,
don't think I do.
I see a coconut wearing sunglasses.
Oh, well, that's
I picked it mostly for the title with the oncoming of shadows. I thought it coincided with the end of summer. This is one of my Chad stretch. This is what I call my stretch marks, where I stretch a point or I stress something. I stretch the meaning to coincide with whatever I post. I find an excuse to post any kind of art with something, even if it barely matches. I just stretch it just a little bit.
I mean, are we stretching that it's an erotic piece? I mean, it could be a very scary vagina.
Yeah. Kind of looks like a scary vagina.
He would just send art of vaginas just to scare Jason.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't scare me per se. I mean, he said
It would if you found out I posted it.
Oh yeah, and then on the week that was, there was a big old vagina there.
I like Bill Wallach. Let's go to
the. I know.
Chad, would you like to say the disclaimer?
Bill Wallach is a very valued member. He's been contributing almost as long as I've been editing the magazine.
Yes, yeah.
Now, we might be gaining listeners on the week that was, but I think we're losing submissions.
Possibly. Oh, this is a nice. Oh, I like this guy. This is
Let's work on our roasting skills for the bios. Otherwise, like Ira Joel Habel will somehow hear this podcast and come over to kick my ass personally.
I have nothing but respect for Ira Joel Haber. He's great guy.
Look who's getting chocolate on their nose now, dude. I'm supposed to be the ass kisser.
He means chocolate.
Chocolate. That's right. It's Fudgetown.
Fudgetown, baby. Poem by Y.F. Wang. Who's gonna read it?
Do you know that they stopped making Fudgetown cookies?
I never know they did make Fudgetown cookies.
Keebler had Fudgetown. It was a chocolate cookie with chocolate fudge in the middle. It was a sandwich cookie called Fudgetown.
I think they rebranded it as EL Fudge.
Those are the ones with the elves.
That's right.
Fudgy the Elf.
Oh no, that's Fudgy the Whale. And this is a guy from Carvel showing you to Fudgy the Whale.
All right. Now,
does Jason know Fudgy the Whale?
It's Fudgy the Whale and Cookie Puss.
No, Fudgy the Whale.
Cookie Puss.
Do you know Cookie Puss?
I know.
Yeah, they were. Look up Carvel commercials where the guy who owned Carvel.
I'm Tom Carvel.
How does it know Carvel? They got a Cookie Puss coming out now, and Fudgy the Whale. Both for under $20 can feed a family of 15. You need a hacksaw just to cut it. Carvel ice creams were unforgiving. Carvel ice cream cakes were so unforgiving back in the day. You needed like a hammer and a hacksaw and a drill bit just to pick one apart.
I know.
Or you had to wait until it melted. There was like two phases, like rock, like graphite and slop. It was crazy. It was like wait till they turn away, wait till they sing happy birthday. Okay, melt now. Like it was awful.
Yeah, I served a Fudgy the Whale at a kid's birthday party, and like 4 of the kids lost their teeth right in the cake.
And the guy fronted the whale. You gotta go to a Carvel commercial and just hear this guy talk. Like he makes Tom Waits go, wait, but go back and say that again. It was a New England phenomenon.
All right. Poem by Y.F. Wang. Here we go.
Okay.
Kennedy.
I can recite this and not in the voice.
Oh,
of,
you're gonna do it?
Carvel.
All right.
Well, do you want to do it?
No, you can read it.
Chad will recite 50% of it, and Jason would recite all of it. I think that's the choice.
Well, I'll recite. I'll do past. This is a big one. This is the largest one today.
Really big. It's the biggest one. It's the biggest poem. It's the biggest. It's the best. It's the biggest.
The biggest one this week. Kennedy. The name is Ken. The poem's title is Kennedy. The title of the poem is Kennedy. The name of the poet is Y.F. Wang. Kennedy. Love puts out her smoke on a black and white mosquito. My bare foot on a grown man's shoulder. Rearrange Atman twice reborn until I can kiss a woman. The chalkboard says childbirth, says there is no Eden if samsara exists. There dances a girl who hadn't gone to Cambridge and a daddy who hasn't seen the mouth on her hips. His hand over my mouth, lovingly and interwoven hips. I say the wrong name. Sisyphus cracks open mosquitoes like stones in my stomach. I stomach zoo on leaving Cambridge. At the end of the bridge, my daughter is crying. No one's shoulder. Clams spit pearls onto the door of Eden. Good men, great sex, not love unless God never made the first woman.
All right.
And many more where that came from.
There's a lot more after that.
It's a very exciting debut.
I wanted to say a rhyme scheme with Sisyphus and Cookie Puss.
Oh, God. Sisyphus spends the rest of his existence trying to push up a caramel cake uphill. It melts, he slides downhill, and then he gets a new cake and tries again. Jason, read the bio before we totally fucking go
Good men, great.
Y.F. Wang studies at Wellesley College. She likes to hang out with a calico named Freya.
Is that
Mark
it?
Blickley.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. There's nothing I can do with that.
Yeah. Mark Blickley grew up within walking distance of New York's Bronx Zoo. He's a proud member of the Dramatists Guild and Penn American Center. His latest book is the flash fiction collection, Hunger Pains, Button Hook Press. Blick believes that when you travel in a circle, you can view life at every possible angle.
So wait, is that a typo or is that a nickname? Is he nicknaming himself in his bio?
What are you talking? Let me see.
Blick believes. Now, is that a nickname for himself that he's putting in his own bio, or is that a typo?
Good question.
That might be a nickname he's giving himself.
Yeah, okay. Blick. Good old Blick.
So I'm gonna now on. I'm gonna be like, Tim G is going to read this next poem. Tim G.
And just so you know, it's all one thing that is next and concludes this week because the week has not been concluded.
Here we go.
I like this week. This week has been great so far. Like we've done like 7 minutes worth of material and like 31 minutes worth of everything else.
Yeah.
That's not a bad ratio for our podcast.
Not at all.
Generally, it's 70-20, although who knows if we actually had Friday to recite, who knows if we'd go back to like 90 minutes of whatever and 3 minutes of
90-10.
I've got a great idea. When we publish someone, they can give us a sound recording of themselves reading their own bio.
It's a great idea if we can get it.
And then he can be like, Blick believes, I believe. It'd be fantastic.
I believe. All right, anyway. Are you gonna read the
James Van Loy?
Don't you always read the James Van Loy?
I thought you said you were gonna read it.
Me?
Yeah, I thought so.
I never read the James Van Loy, but I'll read this one.
It's no, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Let me. I don't want to fight you for it or anything.
No, I'll let you do what you want, man, because you're a friend.
No,
okay.
I yield the floor to you.
No, I yield it to you back and tenfold. I give you some of my floor.
Okay.
We
that
yield
I'm
the floor to
standing on.
Chad.
Oh shit!
After all this crapacular stuff, I think Jason should read it. All right, I'll do it. It's all one thing. Number
It was going to be
583.
Chad was going to read it.
Okay, Chad, you can read
We
it.
just went through this, you dipshit. You're trying to make us repeat ourselves.
We'll go
Like,
round
are
and
we
round
stuck
and
in a time
round.
warp? Space is warped and time is meaningless.
We'll go round and
This
round.
is a time warp.
Okay, I'm just gonna read the. I'm just reading the poem.
Okay, sing it.
It's all one thing. 583. Samson goes to Gaza. Wow, look at that head of hairy hair. Could be a beatnik hippie dude, but his coiffure takes so much work, and hippies and work that can't be no. This guy's hair is who he is, and nothing else will bridge that empty old shell image. Uber Allies' ultimate branding as a way of life, everything signature as a golden calf statue, himself projected on entire tired world, all one thing, sexy dancing girl, mind all the stuff that's never said, spit out torrent of pornographic fantasy dream, reflecting on the walls that just keep growing. Everywhere they try to divide off, so goes onto the back shelf closet, even though it's been emerging, coming, growing for so long. Now, what is that secret place we all need? How can this be happening? So miraculous and magical and mysterious. How the more we know, the more we don't know anything at all.
You coughed. I knew I should have read this one.
Well, fuck you.
We just went to explicit on the broadcast.
Yep, that's explicit. That's
Now you have to log in with your Apple ID, which no one remembers to listen.
No, yeah. Fucking do it all over again because of that fucking guy.
Fine, unfuck you, okay? I reversed it.
Yeah, you put the un first. James Van Looy has been unfucked. All right, James Van Looy has been a fixture in Boston's poetry venues since the 1970s. He is a member of Cosmic Spelunker Theater and has run poetry workshops for Boston area homeless people at Pine Street Inn and St. Francis House since 1992. Van Looy leads the Labyrinth Creative Movement Workshop, which his Labyrinth title poems are based on. His work appears weekly in Oddball magazine.
At least in 583 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, why are you giving me shit because I said the F word? We were talking vaginas for like 15 minutes with Bill Wallach.
But we
like,
didn't
how do I always get the plane pinned on me?
We didn't say fucking vagina. We just said vaginas. Vaginas.
You can say vagina as much as you want, but now that we said fuck a lot, now it's explicit.
Yeah, that's
because it says vagina, vagina. But now you said fuck.
Yeah, someone's in the kitchen with a vagina, so fuck.
Now it's explicit. Now it's explicit.
You know, we've already crossed.
Come back for next week's story hour as Sir Fuck-a-Lot tries to save Princess Vagina from the terrible tower of
Bunchy the Whale.
Bill Wallach's phalluses. I don't
Dudley Fuckrat is going to save sweet Polly Vagina bread.
Oh God! And it's a Bill Ward reference. Very good.
Very good.
Now they do right. Haven't heard that one for a while.
Well, besides losing submissions, I just lost a bunch of friends with this podcast.
Yeah.
Oh God! You still guys have friends.
Well, I have friends, but they don't like the explicit content.
They're us.
I'm watching my follower numbers on Facebook kind of move backwards.
Dwindle. They're dwindling.
I have friends and loved ones who don't listen to me at all. My greatest revenge is them trying to look for a best of selection online, and they're gonna be like horrified and being like, "We can't use any of this."
Oh, best of.
He was a serial killer. That'll go over better.
Do you remember the Gremlin episode on Bugs Bunny when the plane's going down and the?
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah, he's like speeding around and then it stops. Incredible, isn't it?
Screaming in horror for 2 minutes and
incredible, isn't it?
What'd you say?
Like it stops. It's spinning. odometer is spinning and the speedometer is spinning, and then it stops and it says, "Incredible, isn't it?"
Right,
And it
right,
starts
right.
again.
And it stops at the last minute.
They
I
ran
forget
out of
why.
gas because they ran out of gas.
I ran out of gas. Yeah.
Then he goes,
They
"Whoop,
also
whoop,
did
whoop."
the Gremlin episode on The Simpsons, which was amazing.
Was that based on the Gremlin episode on Twilight Zone?
Twilight Zone? Yeah, great.
Oh, right.
Hey,
Well, let's see.
Otto, there's a gremlin on the side of the bus.
Oh, I thought it was the the Twilight Zone one. That's right. It was on the bus, and they're like, "Yes, you were right, Bart, but we're still going to put you in an insane asylum for the rest of your life."
Yep. Yep.
Essentially.
Un momento, por favor. And then,
Ladies and gentlemen, you just heard a podcast from a Simpsons, to use a Simpsons reference, from three people who first read a book on the history of podcasting, then read Podcasting for Dummies, then finally read the dictionary and said, "Of course," and then started just shooting it outside with a shotgun, going, "Hey guys, podcast."
That's a Simpsons reference if you don't know. Texas tea.
Yeah, tell us how it happened. That is how it happened, kids.
So I started getting spam emails from like shotgun.org, and I'm sure it has to do with my novel, which is based on the gun issues. And I never subscribed to it. So yesterday I hit unsubscribe, and today they sent me another one, and I responded back and said, "This is illegal. I'm going to shoot you if you don't stop sending me these." I did.
You said that? Oh, please keep us posted on how this works. See, this needs to be a video story.
Well, I'm just documenting it here. If something happens to me tonight, it's shotgun.org.
Maybe you'll have
Wait, that's what it's called?
wedding.
Shotgun?
No, it's guns.com. And
Okay.
and the subtags are handguns, rifles, shotguns, ammo. And how to it's like I'm on their newsletter.
It would be kind of funny if it was guns.org. Like, we're
The nonprofit where
we're community funded. We're nonprofit. We make enough money with
they have
guns.
grants. They're well established. They have grants, and they're just.
Well, I mean, I was talking about purchasing a gun too. So you know what? Siri knows your shit.
I guess
Well,
so.
technically now it's my phone's right next to me, so I'll probably get the backlash of whatever the fuck you guys.
No, you'll get emails about like Tampex because of what you were talking about on the podcast.
vaginas, Tampax and vaginas,
We just went explicit.
vaginal Tampax. It's a good band name. You guys want to start a ska
Oh,
band?
and
for
in other
Vaginal
news,
Tampax?
Sir Fuck a Lot friended me on X. Okay, great.
Sir fucks a lot. Well, this one explicit really bad.
This escalated quickly.
Yeah.
And no, actually, this escalated
escalated
slowly
quickly.
and over time, and with no
Yeah.
reasonable person voicing to stop us. This was
It was a nice boil. It was
Exactly.
A nice boil. It boiled really well.
sorry for the cough.
All right, gentlemen. Chad, where can we find you? Maybe not Chad. Chad's
Yeah,
dying.
What's going on?
Tim, where can we find
in
you?
the cough medicine aisle of CVS,
Yeah.
begging for banned cough medicine.
It only hurts when I breathe.
We'll find him. We'll find him having a
So
recording.
please,
Tim, what's going on?
Follow
with
the Two Deans Dating Dread and Disasters podcast. Listen to it and follow it. It's funny as hell.
Okay, what do I
you?
say?
Okay. Chad, what's going on with you?
Did you say, Chad, what's wrong with you?
No, I said what's going on with you. I know.
Either question would have worked. I would have given the same answer. I have a website called ChadFrento, You can check out the latest news there, or check out my Facebook. And I have a Blue Sky account now. God help me. And hopefully more publishing news will be coming up. I'm trying to write articles for the Ugly Monster, and I plan to listen to the Two Deans podcast as soon as possible.
All right, excellent. All right, well, this has been the week that was. My name is Jason Wright. Nothing really much going on with me right now.
Check out next
Yeah,
week's
nothing.
Jagged Thoughts.
Check out next week's Jagged Thought. Check out the week that was. Check out Oddball magazine and keep up with us. And this has been The Week That Was. My name is Jason Wright. That was Chad Parento and Timothy Gager. Gentlemen,
Take a bow.
take a bow. And we'll see you all later.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The Oddball Show and the Oddball Foundation is dedicated to mental health advocacy through art.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oddball Show features content intended for mature audiences. If you'd like to view a content warning before listening, please check out the episode description. The views put forth by our hosts and our guest reflect the speaker's opinions and not the official stance of Oddball Foundation. Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoy the show.